Salutations! I'm Salutations, and today we've got the Impaler. Now, how many of you actually use this shield? I would guess not very many. It is a take damage to deal damage kind of shield, and you're probably not even going to be using this as your primary focus if you're going to use it. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making it the primary focus of what the heck we're doing. Because I like to give myself stupid challenges that probably shouldn't exist. But this gave me a lot of new information that has definitely given me more ideas for future builds and future ideas. Wow, I said the word ideas to inspire ideas. That is the most beautiful circular definition on the planet. Anyways, how the shield works is whenever you're being shot at, it fires homing spikes, so little tiny corrosive globs will just fly out of you and smack an enemy, dealing splash damage. Yes, splash damage. And then if any enemy melees you, they just take flat corrosive damage, being 1985. Wow, 8805. 19805. Good lord, 19k. So 20k basically. Whenever an enemy melees me while I have my shield active. Now, I have an action skill and elemental bonus on here. This does apply to the shield effects. Also, I'm pretty confident the shield gets mayhem scaling, but that's a thing for another day. And yes, it does get mayhem scaling. I'm pretty sure it does. But again, conversation for another day. Probably if I ever get around to breaking down how mayhem scaling works, which I probably won't, because I'm not confident enough in my knowledge on how mayhem scaling works with these things to explain it to you guys. So there is that. But there's a couple things that this shield works with. We have the Guardian Angel, which buffs the homing projectile. It also does buff the melee reflect, but it's whack because of how close it is. It does stupid things. But something super fun, the 150/90 anointment buffs it. Like, what? when I was playing around with this, I was just like, so this anointment here, this probably doesn't work with it. Let's just, I already have this. I can't think of another anointment that works. I know URAD doesn't really work, because I was playing around with it earlier, and I was just like, nope, it's not getting to proc. Whatever. But I was playing around with this, and I saw the damage number go up, and I'm just like, wait, what? I don't think that's how that's supposed to work, but it worked, so yay. We have a face puncher here in case I feel like using it for second wins. It's definitely not even needed. We have a stone comp. I don't see many people use this very often, but for this build, this is super fun. Not because it's the best in slime. It's definitely not. There are other comms that could definitely buff this more when it comes to the DPS side of things, but I wanted to have a little fun, and so I'm using the stone for its damage reduction effect. We're going to be getting up to 75% damage reduction because this maxes out at 25 for some reason. So we have 15 for each, so we're getting at a max of 30 rush stacks, and then we're only getting 3% per, and it caps out at 25, so it's gonna be a 75% damage reduction. We have splash damage. We have shield recharge delay on here. We have a lot of recharge delay. I will be going over more onto that when I get to the skill tree, but we have a lot of recharge delay, and that is really helpful with the shield, which already has a quite small recharge delay. So this way we will always have some sort of shield amounts whenever we get hit. Now, we also have this EP static charge, which elemental projector increases the damage of elemental effects, or elemental damage in general. And then we have static charge. So I'll be getting into that a little bit later. We have a ton of cooldown. And then we have the P-Nade, which has action skill and elemental, which also applies to the spike from the Impaler. Although the primary things are I'm focusing on corrosive and shock. The fire is just a fun little bonus. Alright, so skill tree. We're starting off with green tree here, and we're starting off specifically with helping hands, because now we have even more damage reduction. So 75%, 40%. It's not additive, and it's more like it more feels like a multiplicative kind of thing. It's weird. It is additive in the sense that 100% damage reduction is like removing 50% of the damage. But it's whack, not really a specific math that I want to go over right now. It is very much helpful to know that once you go over that 100%, it's not actually 100% damage reduction when it comes to general damage reduction. But we are over here getting more max HP, so better increase our survivability. We have Arm Steel, which gives us splash damage, which I brought up that homing spike does splash damage. This buffs it. We have Mindfulness. So, Mindfulness here, it is not utilized for the movement speed. Although movement speed is cool, I love using it, that's not the purpose. We are getting a boatload of shield regeneration delay. 8% per stack at 25. Which, that's a lot of delay. So we'll almost always have our Impaler active to be able to throw homing projectiles or ricochet the melee back at enemies. We have one with Nature for more max HP and damage reduction. We have Guardian Angel for more survivability. Every 120 seconds, get a free second one, basically. Now over here, we have Heavy Rain for splash damage. I did grab Unweave the Rainbow, although for the way that I have this currently set up, this is not helpful because we're not dealing Cryo. But if I did work in Cryo instead of Incendiary on the grenade, then this could help if I ever froze an enemy with that extra damage. By the time that they would have freeze, I'm probably going to kill them anyway, so this isn't helping me at all right now. But I also couldn't find anywhere else that I'd want to put it. So over here we have Do Harm, we have Violent Tapestry. Both these max out 10 stacks. Normally, with the stone, it's 15 because it's +5, so 15 per. And neither of these skills are really doing too much. Violent Tapestry is cool because it's giving us a lot of effect chance. So we're going to be applying dots, which can look really fun. It's not really going to be doing too much, but it does help in some very specific scenarios when it comes to like the homing spike damage. If the homing spike hits and we get that status effect, that damage is going to be crazy because of how large that initial damage is going to be on impact. It's beautiful. And then we have Restless for more cooldown. It should be like a 6.5 full number for the cooldown. Alright, so over here we have status effect duration, status effect damage, and then action skill status effect damage, which is whatever the action skill status effect is. But we also have Tempest, which is giving us more shock damage, elemental damage. We have Illuminated Fist, and we have Sustainment. So Illuminated Fist, and this is why I'm using the static charge, we will be healing off of our melee, because we can't heal if our shield is broken, because our shield's not dealing damage, which is how we heal. And then we're in this circular loop of, oops, I can't heal because I'm not dealing elemental damage. So, we're using melee to supplement that, which is another reason why I have that face puncher there. Melee is going to be our main healing vector, utilizing Illuminated Fist, the static charge, and sustainment. We also have Wildfire here for spreading that dot chance that we get off of Violent Tapestry nonsense. We have Catharsis, which does elemental explosions, which can be really fun because we're doing all the status effect stuff. When an enemy dies and they have that status effect, they just explode. It's super fun. I love it. It doesn't really help too much. It's just funny to watch. we have Conflux, which is giving us more status effects because we're applying status effects. And then we have, again, Sustainment. We have 2 points here instead of 1, just simply because I didn't feel comfortable leaving 1 here if we're just relying on melee. Now, there are times where it's like, yeah, 1 is definitely viable, but in other times we don't have enemies shooting at us to proc our Impaler. I don't trust the melee damage to be enough to sustain the full heal, especially after what happens. I forget what video, I forget what video it was, but I tried to do this same thing before, and I realized that I was only healing half of my HP when I was doing a melee with Illuminated Fist. So, Sustainment is here with 2 points instead of 1 to fix that and double that amount of healing. Now we have Forceful Expression, which is giving us bonus damage. I'm trying to decide on whether I want Corrosive or Shock here, and I don't want Cryo because it breaks Anima. Anima doesn't work if you have Cryo, it just breaks. So, yeah. Don't do that. Don't, if you are using anima for your skill tree, don't use cryo. It breaks it. It makes it have 0 effect in general. But yeah, that is this Impaler build, and let's get started. Okay. You've opened up chat.
I just put a bomb down.
You just missed this talking to her.
Pendant of Hell. Bomb bag.
So with this build, I'm not going to be just utilizing the Impaler, just simply because there are enemies that can't be hit by the Impaler because of how jank it is. So action skill damage is going to be used, and I'm going to be using a Guardian Angel to shoot at things. Just trust. It's stupid. But it only does stupid things when we're at a distance, which is the whole point of the shotgun.
Do I have any healing items?
I have no idea.
Oh, of course I don't.
But check this out, check this out. Boom, 106 million.
The fact that you just like let your shield roll over this nasty activity is like,
Hey, boom, 17 million from the melee.
is the Guardian Angel really back there? That's crazy.
Hey you, shoot me. Or melee, I suppose. Shoot me, do it.
God, I don't like that these guys take 3 hits to kill. Ow!
Punch.
Is that Groundbreaker?
Yep.
That's goes like that?
Yep.
That's your overkill damage and it goes into your fist, right?
Yep. Look at that crit. 485 million.
Oh no, I'm only 1 hit away from dying. Crap.
I definitely feel like this is like a fun hybrid melee build. If I put more
just
into
something different,
melee,
yeah.
it would just be super fun.
It's just something different.
It is indeed. Okay, so the one issue with this build is dealing with heavyweights, because heavyweights don't shoot bullets, and so I don't get that homing. And they don't do traditional melee damage, so I also can't get them with the melee spike damage. So I have to Groundbreaker melee kill them.
Is this just a treasure room? Oh, thank God. Hi. I'm at half a heart, dude. If I get hit at all, I'm done for.
Well, it'll just be done for. Nope.
Awfully rude, friend. I almost immediately got hit when I walked in this room. An enemy flew at me. No! What? I swung my sword. Oh, well, I died.
Oh, how far did you get?
I was on the 5th level out of... Seems like there's 12 and then 13 is
Alright, can the
you
guy
fight
from behind just shoot
the big
bullet?
boy himself.
Come on, shoot bullet. Or just do that and ruin my time. Fine.
You
Goodbye,
know the
Kraken.
best mechanic about this game? This version? This handmade thing? You can sprint.
Oh, dude.
You can run slightly faster if you hold down the action button.
Slightly. Wow. I'm on it.
It's not that big of a difference, but it's... I mean, it's faster than not doing it.
Oh, yeah.
So this is mostly going to be a melee thing, but Impaler is doing most of the damage, and then Groundbreaker is doing the other bit of damage.
Yeah.
So Drifta I can hit with the spike, but the other two I have to do the melee one, I think, if I remember right.
Dude, I love the soundtrack for this game too.
Actually, I think Rota does actual projectiles that can proc
The music is so good in this. Yes. This music right now of like when you're in the castle.
And I definitely think the Impaler is a really good like support tool. You can utilize it for stacking a lot of random unnecessary damage. The Impaler gets mayhem scaling. Yep. Oh, don't be doing the puddles. He's doing the puddles. No, he's doing the orbs. And now he's doing the puddles. Yep. Hey, you melee me. Melee me. Do it. Do it, I dare you. And you're dead. Hey, you melee me. And you're dead. Hey, melee me. And you're dead. And you're... Oh, I ran out of shields. Melee me. And you're dead.
And you're still alive.
Shoot me with a shotgun. Or mine. And then I proceed to dodge the rest of the shotgun blast. Freaking genius. You shoot the orbs? What are you doing? Come on! Stop it! Shoot the shotgun. There we go. This is so dumb.
Dude, I've gotten hit. Gotten hit. Gotten hit 4 times by one enemy.
That's an interesting break. Okay, so with him, I have to actually get meleeed with Hilder because the extra projectiles that he does are like special projectiles and they're not bullet damage.
You're dealing with a siren. Always useful.
Wasting away my shield. Also wasting my time. Whatever. Hey,
Ooh,
do
a
your
fairy.
thing. One more time. And that's the phase over. Next. Gonna sit here and just melee. Random action skill. It's not very often. You see me using phase cast. Not really my style most of the time, but it fits with this build and it's super fun. This is one of the times where I use the Guardian Angel because it just does more against that shield. Ooh. Wait, what's?
Container.
Oh, it's the little guys at the up top. They're proccing the Impaler. That's cool.
Dude, this guy's selling a watermelon?
Shoot me. Oh, I don't know what hit him. I just wasn't looking, I guess. Wait a minute. Hey, Sidrifta.
Oh, a
Dead.
chest!
Dead Sidrifta. Let's go.
Item. There it is.
Okay, we're out of time. And dead. The damage numbers with this go burr. There's just a lot of nonsense. I love this setup. This is a lot of fun to run.
Ooh, a sword upgrade?
Alright, so there's actually a second mechanic involved that I didn't explain in the beginning that actually is really fun. So, with Hyperion weapons, there is a front-facing shield. And with this specific shotgun here, this specific Guardian Angel, we have the redirect shield, which usually just absorbs and reflects any damage. This only applies to ranged attacks, despite what Loot Lemon tells you. Alright, Guardian Angel proc, there we go. But I haven't been able to get it to proc off of a melee attack, so it only absorbs. It doesn't reflect a melee attack. So it does absorb. So there is that. It does do the first half, but it doesn't do the second half, which the second half is the only bit that they talk about on Loot Lemon. So Loot Lemon wrong.
Loot lemon.
Basically the Borderlands weapon wiki.
Oh.
I'm probably gonna get yelled at by somebody for saying that, but it's basically that.
But that's the way you explain it to a person who's not a Borderlands person.
Yep.
Thank you.
Dude, just like go away. I hate
Oh my god.
this guy's not dying.
Now I'm only watching the stream because I'm at a point in this DLC where I'm just waiting for the thing to check off. So now I'll be watching the full attention.
So, what I was talking about the reflecting shield is I can use it to protect me while I'm waiting for the shield recharge to later come in with the actual shield.
Bro's shielding while he's waiting for the shield to come back.
Yep,
Oh my god!
it's beautiful. Maybe melee next time, Jared. There you go.
I should not be getting hit for so much for having played this game so much. I totally just butchered the way I missed
Look
this.
at that.
Look, that's Ruthie's. Oh my god. Whoa. A room with 4 shop people?
Hey, you.
Come back here.
Bonk. Bonk. Hey, where are you running off to?
A room with 3 shop people. What's going on here?
Shoot. Stop it with your little stormtrooper aim and just shoot me.
Stormtrooper aim.
And you're dead.
Shoots you once, sees a small supernova coming towards him.
Oh, so I actually had somebody tell me today that they couldn't see the stealth troopers. It wasn't that they just couldn't see it, but it was that they didn't believe they existed because they couldn't see it. It was a genuine statement. Like, what?
Clearly, if you can't see it, it must not be real.
Yeah.
That's how things work, right?
That is how things work, I suppose.
Baby's depth perception, or not depth perception, what's it called? Like, you know how kids, like a little baby will like see something disappear and just think it's gone, or whatever?
Yeah.
I can't think of what the phrase for it is, but yeah.
This build is so much fun.
You would think the steam would be fun, right?
the Impaler.
Oh shit. Steam.
That's the melee Nova shield. The one that's actually supposed to be like one of the best items in the game for melee damage.
Oh my god, I just got a curse
So off
cat.
meta, or on meta.
Yeah.
You're off meta, shit.
Yeah. Now, another reason to having indiscriminate here is to proc it with the shotgun so that I can just have action skill damage kill something for second wins.
Oh god, boss time. Oh, it's just them again? Okay.
That's an interesting statement.
What I just said?
It's just them? Who's them?
Well, it's just the first boss in the base game. I mean, I'm probably gonna die because I walked in here 2 hits away from death. And I'm kind of careless when I play this game, but like... Yep, I died. Whatever. I also don't have a bow. It's so easy, because they're in the very first dungeon in the base game. The very first dungeon, the main item you get is the bow, and then you can literally just slaughter them in like... the other day I was replaying this again on my Switch, and I killed him in like 20 seconds max, maybe.
Alright, do your little charge set. Or that one works too. And you Alright. Now we're gonna have a bunch of heavyweights, so we just have to punch until they're dead, or use face cast. It's a corrosive one. Back off. It's better than the last test run I did, I suppose. I got all freaking corrosive ones last test. The last test run I did.
That's no bueno.
You know.
Wait, I need a shave.
Just shave.
I probably will tomorrow. It's just starting to bother me now. I usually just let it go, like, I just let it grow until it starts to bother me. Or unless I have, like, if I get a haircut, I always shave the day I get a haircut, because it looks great. Or, like, for something special, like, I'll shave if I want to look nice, but other than that, most of the time I don't care that much.
Oh, hey, look at that! People actually using freaking channels in the Discord. Speaking of Discord, there was a giant rebranding, so I have a new profile picture for the YouTube channel, as well as new photo and name for the Discord server. So for those that haven't joined Discord server, join the Discord. But but we've also got a new profile picture. So go check out Starkiller, because he made the profile picture and it's freaking awesome. Anybody who doesn't already know who Starkiller is, go check him out.
Is that the guy you were telling me about yesterday?
Probably.
About made you look at thumbnail or something?
Yeah. Okay, so there's a really fun thing with Wotan. I just have to get him to the final phase, but until then he doesn't actually do any projectiles that proc the Impaler. So I have to action skilled shenanigans him to down. Well, the build does a lot of general damage, so other stuff gets buffed by it. That, and I wish people actually knew how to use the Guardian Angel, because it's a lot better than what people think it is when it comes to gun damage.
Yeah.
The fairy room.
Well, this isn't good. I need to go up and melee somebody, I suppose. Hey, you. And he didn't do the thing. I guess we're going up. And over. Okay. So both of these guys actually have a gun part to them. So both of them can do that. Look at that. That was all the Impaler right there. All that damage is the Impaler. It's beautiful. Where'd that Impaler go? Oh, 4 and 7. I want to shoot that. And I wasn't expecting that to kill, but that's cool, I suppose. I need you to start shooting me. There we go. But I need him to stay in like one spot so the freaking orb doesn't time out like that.
Who up pondering the orb?
I'll freaking action skill you to death. Don't test me. I will. I've showcased the amount of damage this shield can do already without you. I don't need you to showcase it. Hey, look at that, he got hit. That's a takedown confirmed with an Impaler. Now there were a lot of other things involved with this build, but the Impaler was the funny focus thing, and it actually made most of the build work. If it wasn't for the Impaler, then the overkill freaking groundbreaker stuff wouldn't have started up its damage. So we do have to give the not Stinger. You got me saying that now. Good lord. The Impaler. We have to give the Impaler some credit here. The Impaler did a lot with this build. It was a lot of fun to use. Definitely a very fun archetype build. I hope y'all enjoyed, and go check out Starkiller. Bye!